Today on my Shanty Gadgets, we're turning a chuck roast into 2 tender, juicy, thick steaks. So let's get started. Okay, what we have here is an Angus Premium Choice chuck roast. It's a family pack. Let me see if I can show you the label. Okay, it's 3.59 pounds. Yeah, it's pretty big. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into 2 really delicious steaks, and they're going to be really thick. And we're going to go ahead and dry brine them for 24 hours. Yeah. And then we're going to go ahead and put them in the oven and bring them up to temperature, and then we're going to sear them. We're going to reverse sear them in our cast iron skillet. And then we'll make a delicious au jus for it. Yeah. Okay, let's get started. Let me get this out of the package. Okay, here's our beautiful Angus chuck roast. Yeah, we got it out of the package. It's almost 3 3/4 pounds, so it's a big one. You can see how thick it is. It's definitely thick. And over on this side, definitely thick. Got pretty good marbling. And if you look here, there's a muscle group kind of over this way, and there's one over this way. So instead of cutting it right in half this way or in half this way, we're going to go in half that way, right there. So that'll be good. We'll follow that muscle group right there, and we'll cut it right in half. And we'll make 2 really thick, juicy, tender chuck steaks out of that. Boy, that's going to be good. And we're going to go ahead and use our aceti knife. It's a Santoku knife. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and sharpen that. Let's do that. We'll use our Any Sharp knife sharpener. Yeah, let's do that first. And we'll get our Any Sharp knife sharpener. Yeah, I forgot I was going to sharpen it before I started the video here, but let's go ahead and use it. We'll put it right here and we'll clamp it down. And we'll take our aceti knife here, the Santoku, and we'll go ahead and sharpen it. We'll pull it through there maybe 3 times. Just like that, nice and light. Oh yeah. Sharpen that right up. Okay, let's remove our Any Sharp knife sharpener. It's got a nice suction cup on there. It won't move when you're sharpening your knives. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, this is really sharp now. Really good. Okay, let's go ahead and cut our chuck roast in half, like on an angle, and we'll follow that muscle group. Let's see what we got. We gotta flip it over to find it again here. Yeah, it goes from like this side to that side, right there. Right about there. It goes from about here all the way over. So let's do that. Okay, let's turn it a little so I can cut it easier. Okay, let's go for it. Wow, that knife's sharp. Okay, let's see how we did. Oh yeah, look at that. Boy, that is beautiful. Let me flip it over. Wow. Okay, let's check the other piece. There we go. Well, it's definitely got some fat marbling in there. So that's good. Let's check this. Boy, does that look nice or what? Okay, now all we have to do is put these on a rack, and we'll salt brine these for 24 hours. Yeah, let's do that. Look at them. Boy, aren't they beautiful? Okay, let's take one out of the way here. And we'll go ahead and salt brine this one. We're going to be using some kosher salt. Coarse kosher salt. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and salt brine them. Get a nice coating on there, because it's a thick piece of steak here. Okay, let's pat it in a little. We'll flip it over. Okay, pat it in. Don't forget your edges. Don't forget your end. Pat it in good. Roll it around in the salt a little bit. If you missed any, just go ahead and add some more. Now we're going to take a rack and put it on a plate, and we'll put that right on there, just like this. Beautiful. Looks really nice. Wow, is this going to be good? Okay, let's put this aside for a minute, and we'll do the other one. Look at that. Put a little salt on there. Make sure you coat it good with the kosher salt. Pat it in. Flip it over. Now it looks like a lot of salt, but it really isn't it, because it's coarse, you know. If you use regular table salt, I wouldn't put this much on. So let's go ahead and do our edges. Okay, pat it in. Do the other edge. Pat it in good. Okay, now check, see if you missed any. Maybe it needs a little more over here. Okay, let's roll it around in the salt a little bit and make sure we got all our edges. Yep, okay. Might need a little more on this side. Put a little more. Pat it in good. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put it on the rack with the other one. Wow. Look at that. Okay. All right, let me put this aside for a minute and I'll clean up. Okay, here they are. Boy, are they nice looking. Can you see them? Yeah, they're big. Okay. Okay, what's going to happen is the salt's going to draw out the moisture, then it's going to go back in the chuck roast, and it's going to tenderize our chuck steaks to the point where they're really nice and juicy, and it really is flavorful too. It doesn't add as much salt flavor as you think. It just works out beautifully. And you can always rinse them off if you want to, but I don't. I just go ahead and cook them with that in there because it really tastes good. Okay, let's go ahead and let that salt do its magic for 24 hours. Yeah, we're going to let it sit and rest in the refrigerator just like this for 24 hours. And it's going to change color. It's going to get a nice dark color there. Dark red. Yeah, it's going to look good. It's going to taste even better when we're done too. Yeah. Okay, let's put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and I'll bring you back when that's done. Okay, here they are, guys. Look at those steaks. Now they were in the refrigerator for 24 hours and the salt did its magic. It pulled that moisture out of those steaks and it went back in and tenderized them, and it is really pretty soft but yet dry, so it's going to really taste good when we go ahead and do our reverse sear. So we're going to put this in a preheated 275-degree oven for 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, or until we reach an internal temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and that'll be just right. So then we'll pull them out and we'll go ahead and sear them up in our cast iron skillet, and while they're resting we'll make a delicious quick and easy au jus for it. So let's get started doing that. We'll get ready to put these on a nice baking sheet or something that's, you know, will stand up to the heat in the oven. so that we can catch any drippings there, and we're going to leave them on the rack. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get them ready for our oven. Okay, instead of a baking sheet to put under there and put it in our oven, I think we're going to use our cast iron griddle. Yeah, that should work good. Yep. Okay, we'll slide our steaks out of the way. Boy, they look good, don't they? And we'll get our griddle, and we'll take our steaks and we'll put them right in the middle here. Just like that. Beautiful. Okay, now all we have to do is fire up the oven and put these in there in a preheated 275-degree oven for 30 to 45 minutes until we reach an internal temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll pull them out. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. We'll put these in the oven, and I'll bring you back when they're done. Yeah, at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, and then we'll reverse sear these in a cast iron skillet. Yeah, that should taste good and make a delicious, quick and easy au jus for it. Yeah, let me put these in the oven. Okay guys, here are the steaks right out of the oven. They were in there at 275 degrees for 45 minutes, and they're 110 to 111 degrees internal temperature, so they're perfect. Now we're going to leave these sit out for a minute, and we're going to fire up our cast iron skillet, and we're going to sear these babies up. Yeah, I know they don't look really appetizing right now, but when we sear these babies up, boy, are they going to taste good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're going to set our burner to medium high, and we're going to put a little oil in the pan, and we're going to let that get nice and hot, smoking hot. Okay, our pan's smoking hot. So now we're going to take our beautiful chuck steaks, and boy are they thick. Yeah. That we salt brine for 24 hours. Yeah, in the refrigerator, and we're going to put them right in there. We'll take one, we'll put that right here. I'm going to take the other one and put that over here. And we're going to go ahead and flip these about every 30 seconds. See how we're doing. So let's go ahead and flip this one. Oh yeah, beautiful. Let's try this one. Okay. Yeah, they're already starting to get a nice crust on them. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of salt. Not much. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of onion powder. And we're going to go ahead and flip them back over to see how we're doing. Beautiful. Boy, they're getting a nice golden brown crust on there. We'll let that go about another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll do our edges. Okay, let's do our edges. Okay, that one looks pretty good. Let's do this one. Yep, he's good. Let's flip him over. Okay, that ought to do it. Okay, let's lower our heat to medium low. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of butter on because everything tastes better with butter, right? Yeah. Okay, let's put a little salt on this side, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, and some onion powder. Okay, let's go ahead and flip that over. And we'll put a little butter on this side because we love our butter. All right, let's flip them back over. Okay, they're about done. Let's get them out of there and we'll make a nice au jus for this. Yeah. We'll get them out of there. We'll put them right on the nice cutting board here. Okay, let's see if we can get this one. Okay. Wow. Can you see them? Boy, do they look good. And they're huge. And they're done just perfectly. Okay, let's put them aside for a little bit, and while they're resting, we're going to make a nice au jus out of this drippings and all the good flavoring that's in there. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we're going to make sure our pan's set on medium low, and we're going to take a half a cup of red drinking wine, not cooking wine, drinking wine. We're going to put that right in there. And we're going to get all them flavor bits off the bottom of the pan there, and boy, does that smell good already with all the different seasonings and the butter in there. Yeah. Okay, and to that we're going to add half a cup of beef stock or beef bouillon. We're going to put that right in there. Boy, that's really smelling good already. Yeah. Let's go ahead and mix it up a little. And we're going to reduce this down a little, and we're going to put it in a pitcher. Then we'll be ready to taste test our delicious thick chuck steaks. Yeah, that we reverse seared and we dry brined overnight. Yeah, for 24 hours. This is going to really make it taste good, this Au Jus though. It's quick and easy and it really tastes good. Okay, our Au Jus has reduced sound some, so we're going to just go ahead and put this in a pitcher and get ready to taste test our steaks. Yeah, can't wait to do that. All right, let's shut off our burner and we'll slide this out of the way for a minute. And we'll get our Pyrex pitcher and we'll put it right there. And we'll take our Au Jus and we'll pour that right in there. Okay, there you have it, our beautiful Au Jus. Yeah, that's going to make it taste really good. Okay, now all we have to do is taste test our beautiful steaks. Look at them. Okay, I can't wait to get into them. Yeah, let's do that. Well, here they are, guys, our beautiful, tender, juicy chuck steaks, and boy, are they thick. Yep, we dry brine these for 24 hours with salt, and then we let it do its magic. It pulled the moisture out and it went back in to tenderize them. Yeah, these are going to taste good. And also, we made a delicious Au Jus that we're going to dip our steak in. Yeah, that's going to make it taste good. So we went ahead and took a normal, really thick chuck roast that was almost 3 3/4 pounds, I believe, and we cut it in half on an angle, you know, down between the muscle groups there. And now we have 2 really thick chuck steaks. So let's get into a piece and find out just how good it is. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's try them out. Can you see it? Wow, is that nice and pink in the middle there. Look at that. And look at the juice coming out of there. Boy, you can make some really nice roast beef sandwiches out of this. Here, let me see if I can show you. Let me see if I can show you just how juicy that is and tender. Boy, is that tender. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and just have a piece of this outer crust and see how it is. Can you see it? Boy, is that beautiful looking. And the outer crust, perfect. All right, let's cut off a piece. Okay, let's have a piece. Boy, that's going to be good. Boy, that's really going to be good, I bet you. All right, let's dip it in our Au Jus and give her a taste test. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Boy, is that tender. And it's definitely juicy and done just perfect. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but see how the dark edges are just in there just a little bit all the way around, and the pink goes all the way to the edge, almost all the way to the edge. Boy, is that tender. Yep. Your guests are going to love this. I guarantee it won't last long, and this will feed at least 4 people. So, and plus you'll probably have leftovers, and you can make like roast beef sandwiches for lunch afterwards. Yeah. Okay, let's get into this piece over here and see how that is. Okay, let's move this out of the way a little. We'll get this so we can cut it. Okay, let's cut this. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's cut another piece. There you go. Let me see if I can show you this. Look how tender that roast beef is. It's falling apart. Yet it's so moist. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna have to have a little bite of this one, I think. Okay, let's just try a little piece of this one. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, dunk them in our au jus. Boy, that looks good. Good. Boy, is that tasty. Yep. You know, chuck steak has a lot of flavor to it. It's just a little tricky to cook sometimes, you know. But this way, it really turns out tender and juicy, and your guests are going to really love it. Just go ahead and cook them this way because it's delicious. You're going to love it. Okay, there you have it. A chuck roast that we turned into 2 delicious chuck steaks. And it is really tasty. And everybody in your family will love it, plus your guests when they come over. And you can make sandwiches out of it, yeah, for days. Okay guys, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.